Renewable Energy, MNRE, His Excellency Eric Garcetti, Ambassador of the United States of America to the Republic of India, New Delhi. Everyone, can you please put your hands together as our dignitaries grace the dais, along with Dr. Ajay Mathur, Director General of the International Solar Alliance. Everyone who's present here, put your hands together. This is the final part of the two-day International Solar Festival 2024. I would like to begin by inviting Dr. Ajay Mathur, Director General ISA, to deliver the opening address for this valedictory session.
Thank you very much. As we bring this International Solar Festival 2024 to a close, I am delighted to welcome Mr. Shripad Yesho Nayak, the Honorable Minister of State for Renewable Energy of our, and who is the President of the Solar Alliance. His Excellency Eric Garcetti, the American Ambassador to India, and of course, Shri P.S. Bhalla, who is the Secretary of the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. At this point of time, I also want to express my deepest appreciation to everyone who has contributed and participated in the festival. Your presence has been vital to making this a success. In particular, I want to thank all the speakers and panelists. I'm not going to list them, that will take forever. But I do want to record my thanks to each and every one who contributed to us sharing their thoughts and ideas as we move ahead. In particular, I want to thank the very many people who were part of the exhibition that we have in the hall next door, Hall 13. Hall 14, which is right next door, where we see a lot of innovation happening. We've got the 4 pavilions on the 4 stakeholder groups who we reached out to: women, youth, community, and the private sector. And there's a lot of cultural activity occurring around the area of solar. I hope some of you had the chance to go to the Dastan Goi, the storytelling festival, where they brought the story of solar into the words that you could be told to you and to me. There are many, many things that we discussed here. Amongst other things, it was absolutely incredible that everybody here thought that solar is on the way up, that it's a matter of time before it becomes the dominant source of electricity and of energy in the world, obviously in India, but much more the world. It was also very interesting where speakers talked of the various kinds of sectors in which growth was occurring. This is great, because this, in a sense, speaks of the robustness of the demand system. There was also a huge amount of interest in the work on manufacturing, on supply chains, and on the financial incentives that make the entire system go ahead quicker than what it would otherwise. We also noted, and this was much more in the exhibition than here, that unlike any other source, solar has the opportunity to go much closer to users, women, communities, etc. And as a result, they become involved in it as users, of course, but much more as service providers, installing, maintaining, and also innovating as far as products are concerned. This participatory approach helps in creating the demand, or at least the getting people involved in these kinds of approaches, which therefore have a huge impact on its overall acceptability. While we do all of this, we also note that we are at a pivotal crossroad. Well, it's not really a crossroads, it's a milestone that we have to come to, where we are now seeing that in many, many geographies, solar is the cheapest form of electricity where the sun is shining. But even when the sun is not shining, round the clock, renewable electricity, solar plus wind plus storage, is now either cheaper or competitive with new fossil fuel-based power. This is revolutionary because, in a sense, it opens up the opportunity for large-scale deployment, and therefore issues such as land availability, issues such as transmission capacity, issues such as resources, commercial resources, to be able to utilize, to invest in these becomes important. I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to you, sir, to both of you, Mr. Nayak and Mr. Bhalla, for the support that the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy of the Government of India has provided us, and for the leadership provided by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, including, even though he is in Singapore and Brunei and so on, providing us with a video message for the inaugural. Together, we can make change happen. And finally, let me thank Ambassador Eric Garcetti for agreeing to come here, for being part of this valedictory function, when we also announce the winners of the APAC Solar Startups competition, the SolarX competition, in which we are looking at 20 people from the APAC region plus 10 more from India. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for being here.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mathur, of course, for your insightful words and how the festival has indeed been a vibrant platform for knowledge sharing, innovation, and international cooperation in solar initiatives. We look forward to it being an annual occurrence. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to request His Excellency Eric Garcetti, Ambassador of the United States of America to the Republic of India. So would you like to take that, guys? I think it will be more comfortable for you. Thank you for his special address. With a round of applause from everyone in the audience, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Namaskar and good afternoon, everybody. And what a joy it is to be here today at this moment when I think a lot of us always ask, what does history feel like? What does history feel like? This is what history feels like. A moment that you may think is just another gathering or something that was on your calendar, but one that you will look back on in life and say, this was a moment in which we were the authors of writing a new chapter that was the hinge of history. Something that changed the way human beings and our civilizations lived and survived a challenging moment in our lives. And I want to start by thanking our amazing International Solar Alliance, all of you, and its Director General, thank you, Ajay, for the great work that you have done to not only lead for India, to not only lead for US and India in a relationship bilaterally, but to help India lead for the world as a power in its own right. Power means two different things. It can mean what you're able to do, but power is also a word we use in English to talk about electricity. And you've brought together the power of power in this alliance, the way that we can together do more. I also want to thank my friends, the Honorable Union Minister of State, Knight. I want to thank you for your leadership in Goa and on these issues, and in the ministry as well, Secretary Bala, who I had the joy of meeting with both last week with our top climate envoy for the President of the United States, the most powerful man over the years for many presidents, John Podesta, who came here, because we were proud to be with you when this Solar Alliance was founded. But thank you to the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy for being a force, again, not just in this country, but a model internationally for the sorts of policies that can change the world. And I want to recognize all of you. You're still here after 2 days, so congratulations. You're the survivors. Each one of you gets an award, a trophy for making it through. But as I talked to folks about the last couple of days, it sounds like there was brilliant ideas that I heard, deals I hope that were made, policies that were envisioned, and new possibilities that will be unlocked and unleashed. Since becoming ambassador to this country that I first came to when I was 14 years old, I've seen so much change here in India. I've seen an infrastructure come up that was unimaginable in the 1980s when I was first here. I've seen the investments and the growth of an economy, the fastest growing economy of any major economy in the world. I've seen the diplomatic leadership of this country through G20, the most successful G20 ever in world history. And I've seen the way that everyday Indians live a hope that mirrors the hope of my country and its people. We often talk about the American dream. I sometimes say the brightest reflection of that, the flip side of that, is the Indian dream. The idea that a young person can grow up anywhere, no matter where their parents come from, what language they speak, how they worship God, how much money is in their pocket, study hard and achieve great things. And we're seeing that every single day. We do so much in the U.S. mission here in India. It's the second largest mission we have in the world now. And I describe them as the 4 Ps. Peace, prosperity, planet, and people. We all want peace in our lives. We need that to protect ourselves from threats and as a security. We want prosperity, material well-being, and technologies that can improve our lives. A planet that we protect, those things that ignore borders, from disease to climate crisis, that we must join hands together to achieve. And at the end, our people, meaningful lives and connections from person to person. And when you think about the power of solar power, it really links all of those 4 Ps together. Because if we don't confront the climate crisis, we won't have peace in our world. We know that the cost of not confronting the climate crisis is incredibly expensive in both rupees and dollars, but also in lives when they are threatened. 800 million people here who are climate vulnerable. Whether it's floods in Delhi or fires in Los Angeles, where I'm from. We see it around the world, everyday people who are on the front lines of this crisis. It isn't just about gigawatts. It's about flesh and blood. It's about our brothers and sisters demanding that we work more quickly than ever before. And obviously, if we don't have a planet, we have no place to live. So in the end, people and planet and peace and prosperity come together in the work of the International Solar Alliance. Now let me speak in a very personal way, because I come from 21 years of being in politics. I was what you call the chief minister, we call mayor, but a slightly different title, of Los Angeles, the 15th largest economy in the world, in the state of California, which, like India, if it were an independent country, would be the 5th largest economy in the world. And I was elected first as a city council member, we call them, in an area called Hollywood. You might have heard of it. It's in the center of Los Angeles, and I served for 12 years as a council member in that area and as chair of our city council. And during that time, I pushed our utility, because in Los Angeles we own our own electricity company, it's the largest of any city in America, to move towards more renewable power. At the time, we only had 2 to 3% of our power that was renewable. It was mostly coal, other fossil fuels, it was dirty. Los Angeles had the worst air in America, and people said it's too expensive to go green. Today, some 23 years later, in about 2 years, 3 years, we'll be 97% carbon-free. And by 2035, 100% of our power in Los Angeles will be carbon-free. The majority of that, solar. We were voted the #1 solar city in America every year that I was mayor. And we've done solar rooftops for residences. We've done feed-in tariffs that help large property owners with warehouses and commercial properties install solar, and we pay them for it. And we've done utility-grade installations outside of our city, in the desert, in open fields, and other places, that broke the record at the time for the cheapest power ever assembled in American history with solar energy. In fact, the last one that I did as mayor, the Eland solar plant, is one that will, together with storage, be cheaper than a new gas plant, finally proving every myth that we heard for 20 years. Solar is too expensive. Solar is too slow to implement. and solar is not efficient enough, we were able to destroy each one of those myths. It is now cheaper, so even if you didn't believe we should do this because it's the right thing, if you're running an electricity company, you better have a solar strategy. Oh, and the second myth I didn't say, that it's not reliable. We can't keep the lights on, the hospitals functioning. Seniors won't have their air conditioning on a hot day. In the state of California this June, this summer, we for the first time had more than 100% of our energy needs met by solar power. And on that day, 136% of our needs by renewable sources, together with wind, together with water, and through storage. In fact, on one of those days surrounding that day where we had 100% of our needs met by solar power, guess what our second largest source of power was? It was storage. So maybe the International Solar Alliance can also be thought of, the ISA, as next the International Storage Alliance. As we think about the ways, too, that all of those people who told us the myths about solar, that it would never work, that no utility could depend on it, California is not a small economy. We have proven in practice it is the affordable, the reliable, the green, job-generating way to move forward progress and save our planet in the same time. I think that is something worth celebrating. And as we look together for what comes next, whether it's the work of the International Solar Alliance in the Democratic Republic of Congo, with microgrids, where only 20% of people even have power, it can be a leapfrogging technology to allow people who have no power in the poorest parts of this world to get power. We see in Madagascar with storage and solar technology. We see that solar isn't just for one type of country. It's not just for a big country like India or a rich country like America. Solar is a solution for every single country. And the discussion here about diversifying our supply chain, we look forward to working with India to make sure that India is a great powerhouse of manufacturing solar in the world. In fact, our largest investment from our Development Finance Corporation until recently was the first solar plant in Tamil Nadu, where now you're seeing thin film, cadmium-based and sodium-based film be able to be manufactured in India, be exported from India, create 1,000 jobs in India, and bought in places like America that need alternatives to the stranglehold that certain countries have on our solar power. We need to build machines together to build more solar, because India is ready to expand, but can't get the equipment. And we need to make sure no one country ever throttles this industry. It should be for all humanity and all countries together. So let us be ambitious, let us be strategic, and let us not cry about how late we are to the party. I know there's a Hindi proverb, Jab jago, tab severa. It doesn't matter when you wake up, but that's when your morning begins. And with the morning comes the sunlight, and with the sunlight comes great power. So let us move together to a day in which we see the true power that has brought this earth, that has brought human life forward. The sun is what powers our survivable future tomorrow. Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have a huge round of applause for His Excellency Eric Garcetti, who's here with us. Thank you for not only breaking the myths, something that we started way back, and we're just seeing results right now. You have given us an example of what you have done in your own field, and you're seeing the progress 23 years later. We as India and the world is now reciprocating that, is moving forward in that direction in a way which is profitable, which is eminent, which is the only way, I believe, forward. So thank you very much for giving us that entire overview and for being here in person to share that story with us. Can we have a huge round of applause for him, please? And now, as Dr. Mathur already mentioned, he gave us a hint of, there was a competition. I don't want to speak much about it. I'll let Dr. Mathur drive us into this. So, sir, if you can kindly let us into the entire overview of the SolarX.
This is to me the most exciting part. We are now about to tell you who the winners of the SolarX Solar Startup competition are. This is about the guys like you and me, not more you than me, who make startups and make them grow. What we did was we put this out as a competition last year in Africa, where 180 people applied. This year we did it for the Asia Pacific people, where something nearly, I think 280 or 300 people applied. Last year, 20 startups from Africa were chosen, many of whom exhibited here in Hall 14. We want these guys to develop the projects for tomorrow. They become the sources of innovation, both on the technology side, but also on the business model side. We want them to grow. Some of these people will hopefully become the Amazons of tomorrow, supplying solar goods and products to you and to me in various geographies. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the 30 winners, 10 from India and 20 from the rest of the Asia Pacific region.
SolarX program is a flagship of the International Solar Alliance aimed at identifying new startups in the developing world. Together, they have the potential to change the ecosystem from one where everything is powered by fossil fuels to one where things are powered by solar energy. In 2024, we are focused on the Asia Pacific region. 20 from the Asia Pacific region and 10 more from India in particular. We are delighted that we have competition, we have nominations from Bangladesh, from the Gulf countries, from the Pacific Island states, all over the Asia Pacific region, and we are delighted that we were able to find startups who can be the solar providers of tomorrow.
I'm very happy to be here today announcing the winners of the SolarX Startup Challenge APAC 2024. This is an initiative of the ISA and it's aimed at fostering innovation and entrepreneurship in the solar sector. It was launched in December 2023 after the success of the Startup Challenge Africa. There were about 250 applications across different geographies and it was very, very difficult to finalize these 30. But I assure you all 250 were remarkable. Now ISA will work with these organizations to nurture them, handhold, and work with other partner organizations to support them in not only getting more investments, but also replicating their success in different countries of the world. I heartily congratulate all these 30 winners.
Building on the success of the SolarX Startup Challenge Africa edition, this edition aims to select 10 startups from India and 20 startups from the rest of APAC region for a combined financial support of $450,000 US, and a very highly curated acceleration program to enable the winners to scale up and internationalize their solution. The SolarX Challenge goes beyond a competition. It is a platform for innovation designed to uncover local solutions and empower startups.
The SolarX has evolved as a formidable platform, bringing together policymakers and innovators across geographies. We are excited to be part of this journey of their entrepreneurship and taking their solutions to solve the world's most pressing problem, which is climate change.
The SolarX Startup winners will get a cash incentive of USD 15,000 each, along with an access to an accelerator program. It helps them in building their brand image and also scaling up their technologies across various ISA member nations. We want to thank all the startups from various regions of the Asia Pacific region, including Bangladesh, Bhutan, Cambodia, even the Pacific Island nations and the Gulf countries like the Dubai and Bahrain.
Welcome to Balankapur's Sri Lanka's first and only manufacturer of collapsible, portable and solar-powered living spaces. From solar modular designs that adapt to clients' lifestyle, we are committed of providing a sustainable spaces for our clients.
By entering an address, SolarSense AI analyzes the property's roof characteristics and local weather patterns to generate a customized solar plan. This provides key insights like the recommended solar installation size, estimated annual sunlight hours, and number of panels needed, taking the guesswork of system design. So these features collectively ensure that our clients can design and implement solar solutions more efficiently and effectively.
In remote area, our agri-system have brought light and power to communities where electricity was once available. In Cambodia, rice farmers are now confronted with a present challenge. They rely on costly gasoline power water pumps for irrigation. At EcoSan, we are revolutionizing the field with our innovative market-driven solution model. Introducing EcoSan's innovation solutions, our project involves installing a 37 kilowatt or 50 HP pump with 105 pieces of mono solar panel 550 watts.
We specialize in designing, planning and installing renewable energy systems. One of our innovative solutions is the solar-powered refrigerator, ideal for homes, small SME trade stores, in hospitals and rural places. It keeps food, drinks and medical supplies cool, especially in areas where power supply can be unreliable.
Our mission is to assist Cambodian smallholder farmers in enhancing their income opportunities by introducing high qualities, eco-friendly technologies, and innovative solar irrigation services customized for them. Right now, work closely with local farmers, water user committees of folk and communities to provide solar irrigation services to farmers to cultivate crops at least 2 times per year.
We have a new system which converts heat into electricity, and it does that at high efficiency in small scale. One of the main applications or opportunities is the ability to turn heat from the sun into electricity. And we can even store that heat during the day and produce renewable electricity at night. So in some ways, we are using the same method of taking stored energy that fossil fuels use to be able to generate renewable electricity, and to do that 24 hours a day without needing battery storage.
We established Kambuja Seva, a renewable energy company, in 2022. We provide industries and commercial businesses with reliable, clean, and secure energy solutions. We strive to reduce overall operational costs by 20 to 30% each year and offset carbon emissions. Currently, Kambuja Seva manages 6 MW of solar projects across 18 different locations.
Hi, I'm Mohammed Asmika, co-founder of Big Technologies Limited. Currently, we're building a product called Energize, through which you can monitor all the energy assets on the platform. Using this data library, you can fetch all the data from any relevant electrical or mechanical machineries into your platform. Here you can see industrial machineries data on the platform from sensors. Here also you can see data from a solar power plant, all the relevant parameters, and you can take precautions and predictive maintenance through this data, and trigger alarms or SMS. Here's some installation of Energize in industries.
Nepal's agricultural sector heavily relies on gasoline-powered tillers. Transitioning these tillers to electric power could reduce their greenhouse gas emissions by up to 80%. We've developed retrofitting kits to convert gasoline-powered tillers into electric models. The underutilized solar water pumps are retrofitted to serve as charging stations for these electric tillers. This innovative solution not only utilizes the wasted energy, but also powers the machines that cultivate our land, potentially increasing the CUF of existing solar water pumps.
When we explore the renewable energy sector, we have identified main problems such as the lack of real-time visibility, the high cost involved in implementing monitoring and controlling systems, and also the manpower needed and the resources needed, plus the proprietary technologies in the industry is also a bottleneck. So what we are developing as a solution for this is an open source monitoring and control platform for renewable energy, especially for solar energy using IoT, AI, and connectivity.
We in a tier 2 city where we regularly see three-wheeler drivers, software to make out the journey long time, and regular investment of batteries. And to replace batteries, they need to have regular recurring load, and they fall into a poverty cycle from which they cannot escape. So this made us realize that we can actually work on this problem, and then we came up with MySwap. So we are a climate tech company that is building the largest and fastest growing battery storage network for the 2 and 3 wheelers.
In greenhouses in hot climates like in Saudi Arabia, you have to shade the crops. And so in a conventional scenario, you just see shade cloth, very simple, old school cloth on the top blocking the sunlight. So these screens have no other functionality. So when we saw that as solar engineers, we thought, and we can bring value into this situation, and we could cover these screens with photovoltaic energy producing elements to use the blocked sunlight and transform it into electricity, which could then be used to cool the greenhouse.
We here at Most Digital are IoT and artificial intelligence-based precision agriculture firm. The technology we use is totally solar powered. We use smart controller, and we believe there is a huge scope in Bangladesh, especially in the agriculture sector, to actually scale up solar powered solutions, which will make incredible impact in terms of sustainability and profitability for our farmers.
We started Solar Banker in 2018. This was after we identified a serious need for access to light and power for the remote rural regions of Papua New Guinea. What was unique with our system and really special was the capacity to target people who didn't have bank accounts, who didn't have credit cards. They can use any phone. It does not have to be a smartphone to make payments for their solar home system. A new product, which is a loan with a bank. We're in partnership with my bank, who are a microfinance bank, who place a focus on women.
We have two main technologies we've developed. The first is around finding solar. So we apply artificial intelligence to overhead imagery, and we find exactly where all solar panels are, the locations and the orientations across extended regions. Our second main technology is around forecasting the movement of clouds. So we take satellite imagery, we apply AI, and we forecast how those clouds will move over the next 2 to 3 hours. And that's relevant for the market operators or transmission network operators, and it's also very relevant for energy traders.
Due to the increasing energy demand in Sri Lanka, especially at peak times, the country either needs to invest in new power generating infrastructure or reduce the demand at least up to some level through techniques like demand management. So what is ADMS? It is an end-to-end solution that monitors and controls appliances in your residence or office, and it also gives you insights about energy usage. We combine three main technologies to achieve this: IoT, AI, and software. So once you have the capability to accurately predict the energy generation as well as your demand, what your consumption is going to be, then we can make intelligent decisions about how to shift loads into different times of the day so that you can reduce the peak demand. That is the pilot that we are conducting right now.
A woman-led company focused on the rural energy sector. Our vision is to provide affordable clean energy to improve lives in rural communities, and have developed 21 mini-grids serving more than 6,000 households and over 40,000 people.
The ASC is short for Ayman Solar Concentrator. It's an innovative metallic lens that concentrate solar radiation by thousands of times to a fixed focal point on the ground, resulting in very high temperature heat. The high temperature solar heat can be stored via low-cost thermal energy storage, or TES technology. This TES can be used to generate electricity overnight by generating steam to power steam turbines. This high temperature heat can also be used to generate green hydrogen.
We decided to create a platform called AgriVijay where all the products of solar, biogas, green energy will be available on a single platform, and also end-to-end solution will be provided in terms of recommendation, selling, financing, delivery, installation, understanding the energy and agriculture needs of farmers and rural households, thereby increasing their savings and income along with fighting against the climate change.
Our cooling and heating technology can be used in various sectors. One, logistics, to take food heated or cooled over a long period of time. Second, for micro entrepreneurs, that is street food vendors, to sell their food as it is, so they do not need to use charcoal or any other alternate fuel resources to cook their food or heat it. They just can use solar and our devices. The cooling technology can also be used for pharmaceutical delivery of drugs, medicines and vaccines.
We have designed the admixture trees which consume very less space in the ground, which can expand it vertically. These are the solar tiles, these are the occupable tiles. This is not going to break, so you can install on the rooftop, you can install vertically, you can install in the landscapes. So for the helping people who are staying in the high-rise building to go for a solar, we have designed solar balconies, solar facades, solar cladding. So millions of people who are staying in the buildings or the high-rise building can go for solar without having dedicated land or dedicated rooftop as access.
The old batteries are sent for recycling, which is a polluting exercise. The process is not eco-friendly and leads to increased carbon footprint. We at Harmonics Energy offer lead-acid battery regeneration services, solution to revitalize and reuse depleted or weak batteries. This is done at almost 1/4 the cost of a brand new battery. The technology is safe and environment friendly, and there is no need for dismantling or addition of chemicals.
Solar underperformance and curtailment are critical issues with significant climate and financial impact. Sol Yield integrates solar power plants using the Solar Inverters API and leverages AI to maximize savings and minimize operational costs. Our platform analyzes data to estimate weather-adjusted solar losses, identify corrective actions for over 30 solar issues, allocate relevant actions to the maintenance team, and track the effectiveness of maintenance actions. This leads to higher solar generation, safer solar operations, increased solar equipment lifespan, and reduced maintenance costs.
We make clean and cheap alternatives to diesel generators meant for industrial and construction customers. A single unit of ours saves around 109 tons of carbon emissions a year and gives 14,800 rupees a month in return to our customers.
We have developed a solar water pump controller, another name of it is solar VFD or say solar inverter for water pumping industry. Our controller converts this solar power into the equivalent motor power.
Key innovation 1. I can build my battery pack without a battery pack assembly line, which costs anywhere between $4 to $5 million. 2. I can assemble my whole scooter without an assembly line, no excess cost. Only one single cell you can also replace, which is the cheapest alternative to any offering. What are we going to do? We are going to actually build the scooter. We are in the testing and development phase. We are probably 12 months away from putting this into production.
We have a product called the Smart Solar Hut that we install in public areas.
Where people require such conveniences like mobile charging, laptop charging, CCTV, Wi-Fi, night illumination, and people can use all these conveniences. The highlighting thing is that it works on solar energy. So it's a total standalone renewable system.
It is wonderful that we have this group of now 50 startups who are capable of developing the kinds of projects which will change the future towards solar energy.
I really believe energy is the input into everything, and making it clean is what the world and the environment needs. The SolarX Startup Challenge is set up to continue across all Solar Alliance member nations with new addition each year, bringing groundbreaking innovations to every corner of the globe.
Thank you to all the startups for applying, and we hope that even the next year of the SolarX Startup Challenge is going to be a huge hit.
Thank you very much. Super proud of the fact that there are 20 winners. Firstly, let's hear it for them, please. Everyone, come on, put your hands together. This is the future that we're looking at. And 10 out of these are from India. Young innovators whose innovative ideas give us hope that the world is on the right track for building a sustainable future for all. Now, before I request our next eminent speaker to kindly take stage, can I please thank His Excellency. Can we have a huge round of applause for Sir, please? Come on, everyone, put your hands together. He has been gracious enough, Mr. Eric has been gracious enough to be here with us all through, but I believe due to paucity of time, he needs to leave. But thank you very much, sir, for being a part of this valedictory session, once again for sharing your insights with all of us. Everyone, give him a warm reception. Thank you. Well, once again, congratulations to everything that we saw right here on stage, to all the winners. I would now like to invite Shri Bhupinder Singh Bhalla, Secretary, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, MNRE, to please deliver the keynote address of the evening. Let's hear it for Shri Bhalla, please.
Honorable Minister of State for New and Renewable Energy and Power, Shri Shripad Naikji, Dr. Ajay Mathur, DG ISA, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The International Solar Festival was conceived to create a buzz about solar energy, foster collaboration, raise awareness, showcase the latest advancements in solar technology and entrepreneurship, encouraging adoption among individual businesses and communities. It was envisaged that the festival will provide a platform for professionals, policymakers and industry leaders to network, share ideas and collaborate, driving innovation and growth in the solar industry. As the first international solar festival organized by ISA draws to a close, I'm enthused with the response this festival has received. I'm sure that since you participated here, you have seen it yourself. Over the past 2 days, our stakeholders have shared insights, debated solutions, exchanged knowledge for a common vision, a world powered by renewable energy, particularly solar energy. It was acknowledged by the participants that well-designed policies can promote sustainable development and make a substantial impact on energy transformation, along with the key roles played by the youth, women, private sector, and solar-powered communities. We rely on our youth to be the future agents of solar transition, as much as we look at women to champion inclusivity and solar-powered communities to be the torch bearers for the future. Our private sector must be mobilized to overcome the discrepancy in investments between the developed and the developing world. The unique development challenges faced by countries in the global south, which include lower income nations primarily located in Africa, Latin America, and parts of Asia, call for an urgent need for targeted support and investment. Guarantee mechanisms are excellent medium to rope in private sector investment, and I'm glad to see that ISA provides such a guarantee, albeit in a limited manner at the moment, which we want to scale up, of course, to a much larger amount to our member countries in Africa through the Affordable Finance at Scale program, in partnership with financial institutions across the world. A global solar facility has also been established to bridge the investment gap for enabling viable solar projects in risk-induced and remote regions of the world. It gives me immense satisfaction to note that the International Solar Festival 2024 has accentuated the need for a profound and systemic transformation of the global energy system. This transformation must be achieved in an accelerated manner, keeping in mind the unique energy transition needs of various countries. Here, you must have seen this presentation of all the 30 winners of SolarX Challenge 2024. It has been, I think it's a flagship product which ISA has developed, and I compliment the DG and his entire team for this. I think the team is right here, and maybe you can raise your hand or whatever. I think that we must compliment this entire team. Please, maybe if you'd like to stand up and be acknowledged, and I think something that I think the entire ISA must be proud of. And of course, we have the Africa winner here. And we have some Indian winners here today, and I think we compliment. I think it's a compliment to you and your effort that I think we are able to see this, these kind of products and services which could change the world, which we feel have the ability to change the world. And I'm very happy that you are here with us today. Please have a seat. It was launched for the APAC last year, as of course we had the Africa SolarX Challenge last year, and some of the winners are here. For the APAC region, we had, as DG was mentioning, we had 270 plus applicants. And I happened to be, I was given the honor of being part of the final technical committee for evaluation for the India applicants. And I tell you, it was very difficult. And I must assure you, it was very, very difficult, and we had to, we really had to struggle to arrive at the best 10, because we felt the next 10 were as best as the first 10. And therefore, it was very, very difficult. The winners who are being awarded, who have been recognized today, are very innovative and have the best of technology, and that's something I think we all need to be proud of. These will now be hand-holded by the ISA, and we are looking at these champions to install, deploy, and upscale these technologies, not only in India, but also in every ISA member country. And that's why I think ISA is the right place which can allow this mushrooming to happen. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, I must mention here, we are, MNRE is hosting the renewable energy, the fourth RE Invest event, the renewable energy global investment event in Gandhinagar on 16th to 18th of September this year. And in fact, the Indian startups which have been recognized, which have been shortlisted, we are taking them to RE Invest, and we are having one session where they will be able to offer and pitch their solutions to the investors in India, investors who are coming from India and outside, and I think we are trying to do our bit to make sure that we are able to handhold them and give them support to whatever the ministry can do. I wish all the winners, of course all the Africa winners who are still, I believe, some of you have come here, but otherwise you have these products and technologies that you are promoting. The APAC winners also, including India. I think I wish you all huge success. It is going to be a challenge, definitely. You are essentially startups who want to move into the middle space and then into Amazons of the world, as we said. But I think you have it in you to make it happen. So let us carry forward the spirit of this festival. We are closing now, this is the last session, and let us take the insights we have gained and the inspiration we have obtained and turn them into action. I think that is what is important when we stand here at this point in time. Whether it is by adopting solar technology in our own lives, in our own communities, in our own cities, villages, states, advocating sustainable practices, or simply spreading awareness. I mean, if somebody says, I don't have the time for this, I don't have time for that, I cannot do this. Okay, please spread awareness at least. Each of us has a role to play in this global movement, as we want to call it. It is now our responsibility to translate these ideas into action, to implement the strategies we have developed, and to continue advocating for the transformative power of solar energy in our communities and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, to bring about an equitable world powered by solar, we must act now. At the end, I want to express my deepest appreciation to each one of you, of your dedication and contributions in making this first International Solar Festival a successful event. We were planning it with the ISA, we started it very, very long ago, but I think the shape it has taken, how it has been conducted is something that we need to be proud of, and we hope to continue this in a much bigger manner in the future as well. We will continue, we as ministry, we as ISA, we as all the member countries combined, we as the world, will continue to take significant steps toward a brighter, cleaner future. Let us move forward with renewed energy and commitment, ready to enter into a solar future. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bhala. It's always a pleasure to hear you speak. Thank you very much for bringing in these insights, sharing some of the very important points on the importance of solar and India's role in this shared journey. And now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the valedictory address of the evening, I would like to invite with a huge round of applause Shri Shripad Yesu, the Honourable Minister of State, New and Renewable Energy, India. Sir, we please request you.
Namaskar. Honorable Dr. Ajay Mathur ji, Director General ISA, Mr. B.S. Bhala ji, Secretary MNI Government of India, His Excellency Eric Garcetti, Ambassador of United States of America, who left for another program just now. ISA officers, esteemed fellow members, leaders, and experts from across the world, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. I am honored to address this August gathering at the Valedictory Session of the first International Solar Festival hosted by the International Solar Alliance. Over the past 2 days, our stakeholders have shared insights, debated solutions, exchanged the knowledge towards the common vision, a world powered by clean, renewable solar energy. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has played a role in making this festival an enormous success. To our speakers and panelists, your expertise and visionary ideas have illuminated our path forward. And to all the audience, Your active participation and commitment to our shared goal have been truly inspiring. Our time together has been marked by the profound discussion and collaborative spirit aligned with the vision of ISA. We have explored the immense potential of the solar power, not only as a solution to our energy needs, but as a beacon of hope for sustainable future for all. Together we have examined the foundation of what our solar future looks like in accelerating solar energy transition around the world. Through our collective expertise and innovative ideas, we are now focused on building an equitable solar world, which are crucial aspect in the energy transition for the global south. India has emerged a leader in energy transition and the voice of the global south. Climate justice has been India's position at COP meeting over the years. India actively promotes the South-South cooperation, which involves the collaboration between developing countries in areas such as trade, technology, and the capacity building. New Delhi hosts the participates in various summits and meetings to facilitate this cooperation. The strength of our international alliance in addressing the global environment and the developmental challenges cannot be overstated. Not just for solar, other Indian-led multilateral organizations have leveraged the collective expertise to drive the substantial progress on sustainable climate resilience solutions that respect biodiversity. By fostering the partnership, supporting the innovation, and championing the policies that promote solar energy, we can drive the change we wish to see. We also learned how well-designed policies can promote sustainable development and make a sustainable impact on energy transformation, along with the key role played by the youth, women, private sector, and the solar-powered communities. We really honor our youth to be the future agent of transition as much as we look at women to champion the inclusivity and the solar-powered communities to be the torchbearer of the future. Private sector must be mobilized to overcome the discrepancy in investment between the developed and the developing world. The unique development challenges faced by the countries in the global south, which includes the lower income nations primarily located in Africa, Latin America, and parts of Asia, call for an urgent need for targeted support and investment. Easing solar development lies at the heart of this ISA endeavor. It is aimed to stimulate entrepreneurship and drive the solar deployment to address energy and investment gap. Entrepreneurship and new ideas are essential drivers of progress in this sector. It will foster the technological advancement, cost reductions, market growth, job creation, energy independence, environmental sustainability, and scalability. By encouraging entrepreneurial ventures, ISA will facilitate the unlocking of the full potential of solar energy, facilitating the transition to sustainable and low carbon future. Towards this, the SolarX Startup challenges ISA's pioneering initiative focusing on developing scalable and replicable business model will accelerate the global energy transition. Through SolarX, we aim to support the successful solar projects and solutions. We have done this for Africa and Asia and will move to the other regions going forward. Further, guarantee mechanisms are excellent medium to rope in private sector investment, and I am glad to see that ISA provides such a guarantee, albeit in the limit manner. to our members countries in Africa through the Affordable Finance at Scale program in partnership with the financial institutions across the world. A global solar facility has also been established to bridge the investment gap for enabling viable solar projects in risk-induced and remote regions of the world. As we reflect on our achievements, it is important to recognize that our work does not end here. The discussion that took place during this festival are just the beginning. It is now our responsibility to translate these ideas into action, to implement the strategies we have developed, and to continue advocating for the transformative power of solar energy in our communities and beyond. The journey ahead will undoubtedly present challenges, but it is through our collective will and the collaborative effort that we will overcome them. India, on its part, is geared up and focused on being a green growth engine. I am proud to reiterate our recent achievement, where we added 14.9 gigawatt of the solar capacity in the first half of the calendar year 2024, marking a 282% increase compared to the first half of 2023. This is the highest half-yearly solar installation recorded in the country. As of June 2024, India's cumulative installed solar capacity stood at 87.2 gigawatt, with the utility scale project making up 87% and rooftop solar accounting for over 13%. Ladies and gentlemen, to bring about an equitable world powered by the solar, we must act now. In closing, I want to express my deepest appreciation to each one of you for your dedication and contribution in making the festival a successful event. We will continue to take significant steps towards the brighter, cleaner future. Let us move forward with a renewed energy and commitment, ready to enter a solar future. Thank you very much. Jai.
Thank you very much, Srinaya, for sharing your thoughts about the festival and, of course, India's leadership in accelerating solar deployment at homes and across the world. Thank you for your support at every step of the way. Can we have a huge round of applause for Sir, please? Thank you. And as we conclude the session, I would request Mr. Karan Mangotra, Partnership and Strategy Specialist, ISA, to kindly deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sanjay. And it's a matter of pride for me to deliver the vote of thanks for the inaugural session of the International Solar Festival. Esteemed guests on the dais, Honorable Minister of State, the valedictory session, the Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy and Power, Secretary Shri B.S. Bhalla, His Excellency Eric Garcetti, Ambassador of the United States of America to the Republic of India, Dr. Mathur, Director General of the International Solar Alliance, my colleagues from ISA, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. As we bring to close this remarkable first edition of the International Solar Festival 2024, I would like to express my profound gratitude to everyone who contributed to making this event a tremendous success. Sunlight, with its boundless energy, provides us with solar power, a clean, renewable source that not only promises a cleaner planet, but also holds the potential to drive economic growth, enhance energy security, and above all, it can support a sustainable future for generations to come. This festival has been a celebration of the achievements in the solar energy and a forum for exploring further advancements needed to harness its full potential. On behalf of the International Solar Alliance, I extend a heartfelt thank you to all who participated and supported this event. Our deepest appreciation goes to our speakers and panelists, whose invaluable insights and discussions have enriched our understanding of solar energy. Your expertise and ideas have inspired us to forge ahead towards a sustainable future. Sir, I'd like to note, we had 58 speakers from 21 nationalities across the 2 days in the plenary this year. The ISA's efforts to unite diverse stakeholders from across the globe has once again fostered collective action towards a global energy transition. Over the past 2 days, the keynote, the plenary, the technical sessions have addressed the festival's core themes of youth engagement, gender inclusion, entrepreneurship and private sector engagement, and solar-powered communities. The Blue Zone sessions delved into the dynamic role of youth in driving sustainable practices, explored the power of global alliances in building climate resilience, and were moved by impactful stories of solar-powered communities. The high-level plenary, the CEO caucus, provided valuable insights from industry leaders steering the future of clean energy and industry transformation. In Hall 14, or the Green Zone, we dive into the future of solar energy with a vibrant lineup of startups and innovations at the exhibition area. We were proud to see 30 leading solar companies present their exhibits during the 2 days. I hope each one of you got a chance to go through it and make the most of the 360-degree immersive future solar city, the VR experiences and the tech games. We experienced a footfall of over 22,000 in the last 2 days. Day one ended on a high note, and many of us here were here at the concert last evening with the music maestro A.R. Rahman, regaling us with a live performance of his legendary tunes. Thank you, Mr. Rahman. On both days of the festival, a series of cultural attractions helped us unwind in the Green Zone. My personal favorites were the century-old storytelling act by Dastan Goi, brought to life by two remarkable women storytellers in the stunning international dance performances. I'd like to thank all the artists who contributed to the cultural activities. We extend a heartfelt thanks to our knowledge partners for showcasing innovative solar solutions at the Partner Pavilion. Special thanks to Accenture for the Youth Pavilion, Terry and Becquerel Institution for representing the Private Sector Pavilion, ICF for the Gender Pavilion, and IntelliCap for establishing the Communities Pavilion. So your commitment to advancing solar technology and sustainability is deeply valued. To our supporting partners, SIF, Global Alliance for the People and Planet, GIAP, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Asian Development Bank and the World Bank, ISA appreciates your invaluable contribution and unwavering commitment. Thank you for standing with us and your continued partnership as we work together to achieve a sustainable and equitable energy future for all. To all our attendees, thank you for your active participation and engagement. Your curiosity and passion for solar energy infused this festival with the energy and vitality we needed in this first edition. A heartfelt thanks to the Indian Trade Promotion Organization, ITPO, for helping us host this the first edition of the festival at this world-class Bharat Mandapam. We also extend our gratitude to our project partners at Illumin India and Occasion Experts for their outstanding work in amplifying our messages, engaging sessions, and coordination and execution. A heartfelt thank to the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, who have been unflinching in their support to take the solar movement forward. Thank you, sir. And to the Ministry of External Affairs for their support. Finally, I would like to thank the stellar team at ISA, who was at the heart of it. All the colleagues who were supporting us at the festival, from content setting to stage management, from IT to booth coordination, from finance to administration, and all the other things that go on behind the scene. Thank you all very much. To the Chief of Units, Joshua, Rameshji, and Shishir, who ensured that we never faltered and provided guidance all through the process. A special mention for the core team, Nikhil, Tamisha, Aarti, and Rohan, through which we pulled this event through in a span of 3.5 months. We at ISA are proud and blessed to have the vision, guidance, and support of our exemplary Director General, Dr. Ajay Mathur. So we are extremely proud to have a leader of this stature leading this international organization. Going ahead, we hope that you will carry forward the knowledge, connections, and inspirations gained here. So together, let us continue to advance solar technology and drive positive change in our communities and beyond. ISA envisions this festival as an annual event, and we eagerly anticipate seeing you at the next year as we work towards a brighter and more sustainable future. May the sun continue to shine brightly for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Karan, and thank you to everyone here on stage. Dr. Mathur, we once again request you to kindly do the needful of please presenting the mementos to the Honourable Minister, to Sir on the dais, please. Everyone, can we have a huge round of applause for our panelists for the valedictory session. And ladies and gentlemen, while we are winding this up on stage, let me quickly take this moment. Karan has already put across his thank yous, but to the team who are behind the event, can we have a huge round of applause for them, please? Both Edelman as well as occasions expert, thank you very much for all your support. And our stage managers right here, BOH, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we bring this evening right here to an end, thank you, Dr. Mathur.